My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I hope you all are doing well. A few days ago, I came across a brand new backpack from Teton Sports. It is called the Signal. It is a 65-liter system. There was one feature that caught my attention to this pack specifically. It's the fact that the materials have been coated with PVC. This is fairly uncommon, but it's not completely unheard of before. Many years ago, the North Face had a backpack that featured a PVC coating, just like this one does here. That material is very durable and at the same time, quite water resistant. It's not waterproof, but very water resistant. So when I saw that Teton Sports had a new pack with these materials, I was excited. I placed my order, it arrived. Yesterday, I begun filling it up for this video, this preview. That is when this backpack had a malfunction. 2 seconds later, another malfunction. In fact, this backpack is now broken and it cannot be used. As soon as I get done filming this preview, I will be returning the pack for a refund so I could purchase another one. For some reason, I can't get a replacement. I can only get a refund. After having the 2 initial breaks, I took a closer look at this backpack, and the build construction is absolutely terrible. In fact, folks, this is one of the worst looking backpacks that I've seen in years. The quality control on this system here, the construction, it is so poor. There are loose threads all over this pack. It looks like the entire thing is coming apart. Not only those points, my friends, but get this, some of the materials that have been used with this backpack are some of the cheapest I've ever seen. Cheaper than like a $20 Chinese tent. It's almost unbelievable. Everyone, my name is Luke. Welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. I appreciate you all tuning in. Do know this, everybody. While I return this pack, get a refund, I am going to draft up an email and send it to Teton Sports, and if possible, I will update you on their response. Let's go over the features of this backpack, and as I come to the issues, I will show them to you. So up here at the top, we have a free floating lid. We have buckles here in the front, and we have straps in the back, and this could be raised up and lowered down depending on your loadout. Up here, we have the primary opening for this pack. We have a drawstring, which is attached to a draw pull. The other part of this drawstring is inside of this material here because this draw pull came apart. So I got the pack, I was gonna load it up. I opened this, and when I did so, the draw pull came apart, releasing the drawstring, which then pulled into the material, and you cannot get that out, unfortunately. All that I can do from here is to pull out the rest of the drawstring. This is a big problem. It means that this pack cannot be secured any longer. It cannot be cinched shut. Going down here about 5 inches, we have another drawstring and another torn up draw pull. And basically the draw pull came apart, releasing the drawstring. Luckily, I was able to catch it in time before it pulled into the pack. You can see here that the draw pull has separated, which released the drawstring. Having a problem with one drawstring, that happens. 2 is a problem, right? There's something going on with these draw pulls. They simply do not stay together. After having the issues with the drawstrings that were attached to this, it really did get me to focus on this material here. This is some of the cheapest polyester that I've ever seen, folks. I mean, like, it is so thin, you can almost see through it. You can definitely see a lot of light coming through this. This is cheaper than what most like $20 Chinese tents are made from. I'm really shocked to see this material here, especially at the top of the pack, right? You need this material up at the top to be strong and robust and abrasion resistant because of all of the gear that you have inside of your pack. You cinch this tight over your gear, and that gear is going to be coming into contact with this. When you compare this material to the body material, it's a shocking difference. This is pretty cheap. We have the 2 issues with the drawstrings. We have the poor quality top. That really got me to focus on the overall quality of this backpack, and I'm shocked at how bad it is. This entire pack is covered in loose threads, as I mentioned before. And here are a few examples. They're all over this pack. The stitch work on this, for the most part, is really, really poor, especially when you consider the price of this system, which we will talk about in just a minute. Let's continue talking here about the features of this system. So when it comes to the top of the pack, there is no compression strap to go over the top, which is a shame. We do have a buckle here that releases access to this stretchy, meshy pocket. Above that, we have this zipper. This is a secondary access point for this backpack, which allows you to pull some items through it. Unfortunately, with this access point, it is horizontal. It does not open up like an N, so you can't easily pull larger items through this hole. Only very small items that you have real close to this access point. At the bottom of the pack here, we have 2 compression straps. In addition to the sleeping bag compartment, we have 2-way zippers. Now folks, when it comes to this sleeping bag compartment, it is extremely difficult to get open. These zippers are so stuck into place. I mean, because of this material, this storm flap that goes over those zippers, it is extremely difficult to get this open, and it's even harder to get it shut. I mean, seriously folks, it is a real battle to get these zippers into place. When you're wearing this pack, this is the right side. We have a stretchy hydration pocket for water bottles. We have 2 compression straps. And we also have a zippered access point to the inside of the backpack. This is an interesting feature. How usable this is really depends on what you pack and how you're going to pack this bag. It should be mentioned that we have a hydration hose port up here at the top. When you go to the other side of the pack, the features are almost the same. 2 compression straps, meshy, stretchy hydration pocket. Then we have this zippered pocket. This is not an access point, but rather a very small pocket on the side of the pack. Taking a look at the back side of the pack, up here at the lid, we do have a zippered pocket that gives you access to the lid. When you rotate the lid over, you also have an additional pocket here. Here we have the grab handle, we have load lifters, we have the straps for the free floating lid, and of course we have these features on both sides. Here we have the harness system. We have straps for connecting gear, plastic D-rings for connecting gear. Here we have a sternum belt that is fully adjustable. Speaking of adjustable, the torso system with this backpack is fully adjustable, and you can range this from small all the way to extra large. You have a strap down here that holds it into place, in addition to some Velcro that holds this panel into place. Speaking of the frame sheet, this is a very stiff piece of foam that has some cutouts with mesh over it to assist with ventilation. How effective this is at ventilating heat, moisture, and so on remains to be seen. Going down, we have a large section of padding for the lumbar, and this is very, very soft and at the same time quite large. With the waist belt, you may have noticed that there's no pockets here, and I don't know why the company's done this. Yes, it saves some money, but it really does take away from the features of this backpack. At the same time, when it comes to this waist belt, you can see that it's actually angled upwards. It's rather unique, and I'm curious to see whether or not this has a performance issue when you're out on the trail hiking. This is something that I will test out in the future. I do need to say, everybody, when it comes to this waist belt, the quality of this looks to be really, really poor. This side is super high, where the other one is actually a couple inches lower. So it's off center for some reason. I don't know, just very strange. Right now we're looking at the bottom of the pack. Here's the lumbar support. Here's the very bottom. We do have a Velcro pocket here. And on the inside, we have a pack cover. We're now looking on the inside of the pack, and we have a strap to support a 3-liter hydration bag. Going down, we have a hydration bag sleeve. Down here, you can see the sleeping bag divider. That features a draw pull. I'm not even going to mess with it because I'm sure it would tear out. So in a nutshell, those are all of the features that this pack has to offer. Let's just go ahead, go over some stats real quick. Again, this is a 65-liter backpack. It features a unisex design, which I'm not a big fan of because it's not super comfortable for either sex. It will work, but it's not ultra comfortable. It's not designed for our different body types. The torso system can be adjusted from 18 inches all the way up to 24 inches. When it comes to the waist belt, the company claims 35 inches to 70 inches. 35 can be quite large for some people, especially like petite women and whatnot. Luckily, the measurement that Teton Sports offers is not accurate. It's actually roughly 30 inches all the way up to 70 inches. The primary material with this backpack is a 600 denier polyester that's been coated with PVC. That is what gives this sort of like leathery, shiny sort of look. PVC materials are quite robust, quite strong, and at the same time, quite water resistant. Unfortunately, going back to that lid, we have some sort of really inexpensive nylon or polyester. I suspect it's polyester, but I'm not 100% sure. When it comes to the buckles, they seem to be of a good quality, but I do not see any sort of name brands on them. Nothing that I recognize anyways. The same goes for the zippers. I have no idea what the name brand of those are. The pack itself is somewhat heavy, coming in at 4.7 pounds on my scale. The full retail price of this is mind-blowing. Check this out. $192 is the full retail price. Currently, at the time of filming on the Teton Sports website, this is on sale for $128. On Amazon, it is $119. It should be mentioned, folks, this pack is available in numerous colors. Black, gray, a teal blue, and a Terra orange color. This is the gray version of the Signal 65. Without a doubt, folks, I am far from being impressed with the Signal 65. In fact, this is probably one of the worst backpack offerings that I've seen in a long time. I've seen really inexpensive Chinese packs that look better than this, and that's really unfortunate. It's unfortunate because I've been someone who's been singing the praises of Teton Sports for many years. For many years, they've been known for making high-quality products, backpacks, and tents. But this here makes me rethink everything. It's so bad. The poor quality control with this backpack, the design decisions, the poor materials really do make me question things. And I think it's fair to say if you're considering purchasing a Teton Sports product, you need to look at their products very carefully. If you decide to purchase a tent, set it up, check it out, and make sure the quality is there. If you purchase a backpack, do the same thing. What I'm seeing here with the Signal 65, the version that I received in the mail, this is unacceptable. This pack fails to compare to the Decathlon 70 liter in every single way. I would say go with the Decathlon 70 liter if you're looking for a budget-friendly backpack. The materials on that pack are super robust, very durable. At the same time, it's very comfortable. The torso system is fully adjustable and it's on the fly. All you have to do is just move a few straps. It's truly next generation as far as that goes. And again, everybody, it's quite a bit less expensive than this pack, especially if you're looking at the full retail price. In the end, everybody, I do have quite a few questions concerning this pack. Most of those will be directed towards Teton Sports. If they respond and they say that I can share that information with you all, I will. So make sure to stay tuned to the channel as that will be coming up in the future. My question for you all is this: what do you all think about the Signal pack from Teton Sports? All in all, as you can tell, I'm very disappointed in this product. I really did expect a rough, tough backpack at a fair price that was of a good quality, and that's not what we're getting with this system. The quality is bad, multiple breakages, questionable design decisions, questionable price. The waist belt is off center, right? Each side goes a different way. The cheap material up at the top, the difficult to open and close sleeping bag compartments. What an oddity. In the future, I will hopefully have a follow-up concerning this backpack. Again, I have to send this back, get a refund, order another one, and we'll go from there. With the channel here, I never tell you all what to do with your own money. I present you with all the information that you need to make up your own mind. And that's what I'm going to do in this case. It is completely up to you whether or not you want to purchase this pack, whether you like something about this pack. You know, if you do like something about this pack, comment down below and share. With that being said, if it was my own money, this is not a system that I would purchase. Even if the quality was better, it's still not going to be great. It's still a unisex design. The questionable decisions as far as the materials go and the design of the pack. When you compare this to the Decathlon 70 liter backpack, that product is amazing. This one here, not so much. I can say that without even testing this pack out based upon the design of this system alone. So if you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful, hit the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. Everybody, take care, be well, strength and honor. I will see you all in the future with an update concerning this pack if I have one.